Ladies and gentlemen, they left you broke, small, and quiet. Good. Keep that memory. Keep that hunger. Because today I'll teach you how to become a person so relentless, so prosperous, and so untouchable that those who walked away will one day wish they never let you go. Ladies and gentlemen, start here. Feel the fracture, the shock, the loneliness. They left you broke, maybe literally, maybe in pieces. Let the truth land. Let the ache sit heavy in your chest for exactly one breath. Then, like a surgeon, you turn the ache into an instrument. This first act is not about vengeance, it's about ownership. Step 1, stop pretending you're fine. Name the damage. Write it down. Dates, names, the exact moment the trust broke. Don't dramatize record. Documentation turns chaos into a plan. When you write it, it becomes data. Data fuels strategy. Strategy wins. Step 2, withdraw the currency of pity. Your suffering is not a saleable commodity. Don't spend it on sympathy. Sympathies pass. Results stay. Decide, will you spend your energy explaining how you were wronged? Or will you invest that energy into building assets, skill, and structure? Choose structure. Step 3, radical boundary audit. List every person, habit, and platform that enabled the fracture, then cut one immediately. This is surgical. Block, unfollow, delete contacts, change passwords. Close accounts that leak your life. The smaller the circle, the purer the focus. Protection precedes growth. Step 4, financial triage. If they left you broke, rebuild the base, budget ruthlessly. Track every expense. Find at least one micro income source you can launch in 30 days. A service, a single digital product, a coaching slot, a freelance gig. The fastest revenge is found in regained independence. Step 5, rebuild dignity through ritual. Create a 30-day ritual that is not performative. Wake time, 20 minutes of movement, 30 minutes of focused work on a marketable skill, 10 minutes of reflection, and 1 visible output. Rituals compound. They make the weak into predictable powerhouses. You will not be defined by the moment they left. You will be defined by the method you choose next. They left because you were replaceable. That ends now. The most devastating form of revenge is competence, so undeniable it silences gossip and ignorance. You will become the storm of skill they underestimated. Step 1, identify the marketable edge. Pick one domain that maps to where you can win fastest. Content creation, sales, design, coding, fitness coaching, voiceover, consulting. Go narrow. The narrower the focus, the faster you dominate. Step 2, the 90-day skill sprint. For 90 days, follow a brutal schedule. Learn, practice, produce. 60% practice, 30% production, 10% study. Produce something daily, a clip, a microservice, a design, a cold outreach message. Quantity fuels feedback. Feedback carves competence. Step 3, make your work public proof. Every week release measurable proof. A case study, a revenue screenshot, a transformation clip. Proof converts curiosity to trust. People don't respect intentions, they bow to outcomes. Step 4, build small, sell small, scale fast. Launch minimal viable offers, a $7 PDF, a $27 template, a $97 mini course. Test price points. Early traction funds bigger moves. Monetization is the most efficient revenge. It turns pain into profit. Step 5, practice the silent mastery posture. Let your competence speak. Show results, not excuses. When criticized, produce a proof clip. When doubted, publish a case study. Your actions become the narrative. Your oral defenses become unnecessary. The people who left you only bought the lie that you were replaceable. Now you are irreplaceable. Revenge that matters is structural. It's not momentary. You must build armor, rules, and rituals that prevent repeat betrayal. This is the culture that protects your ascent. Step 1. Rewrite your identity statement. Create a short, harsh tagline. I am X, I do Y, I tolerate Z. Put it everywhere in bios. As a voice memo, as a morning affirmation. Identity attracts matching reality. When you speak with that identity daily, your decisions and circle will conform to it. Step 2. Standards over apologies. Publicly and privately, set standards, payment terms, communication windows, relationship expectations. Announce them where necessary. If someone balks at them, that tells you the truth about their investment in you. Step 3. Contractize relationships. If business was where you were hurt, use contracts and documentation. If it's personal energy, use calendars, time slots, and hard limits. Don't negotiate your time. Time is non-renewable. Protect it. Step 4. Curate your environment. Change your space to reflect a higher identity. Clean, disciplined, functional. Symbols matter. They anchor the mind. A clear desk signals a clear plan. A minimalist aesthetic triggers clarity of action. Step 5. Civicize your circle. 3 rings revised. Inner circle, those who will call you out and fund you. Middle, conditional collaborators. Outer, audience strangers. Reassign people. Accept being called cold. Cold is the new focused. Standards act like magnets. They pull in people who match your new frequency, and they repel those still feeding on your old version. The quiet build ends when the signal starts. Now you rise publicly, not for the crowd, but to convert attention into leverage. This is where regret grows in others. They watch you build what they refuse to support. Step 1. Publish a proof piece weekly. Long form once per week, a 6 to 12 minute video, an article, a live session that demonstrates a principle and shows measurable results. Keep your story concise. Pain gives pivot, gives result, gives offer. People follow those who teach outcomes. Step 2. The multiplier system. Repurpose content. A single weekly long form gives 3 shorts, gives 5 social posts, gives 2 emails, gives 1 micro product. This scales reach without burning you out. Repetition breeds recognition. Recognition breeds authority. Step 3. Create amplifiers. Find 3 collaborators who are better than you in certain ways. Swap value. Cross-promote, co-create. Strategic partnerships accelerate visibility and credibility. Use them to reach audiences who never knew you existed. Step 4. Monetize the magnet. Offer small ticket items for the curious and higher ticket offers for the committed. A clear funnel creates financial distance from dependency and fuels growth. Step 5. Celebrate progress publicly, humbly. When wins come, client results, revenue, reach, publicize them with facts. No bragging, proof. Proof causes the people who left to reassess. Envy and quietly regret. That's the revenge. You become the story they failed to be part of. Finish part 4 with this. Your life becomes the inconvenient truth for their comfortable choices. Revenge is no longer an act but a condition. You live so well, so fully, so intentionally, they feel the absence of you like a sting. But you never retaliate. You simply exist at a higher tide. Step 1. Convert your story into frameworks. Package the lessons, the broke to bank checklist, the boundary triad, the 90-day skill sprint. Teach them. Teaching multiplies impact and cements legacy. Step 2. Build redundancy. Money, platforms, relationships. Divide income streams. Own audience lists. Train 2 lieutenants. Systems prevent another collapse. They also make you dangerously unassailable. Step 3. Make scarcity your ally. Offer limited cohorts, invite-only calls, gated mentorship. Scarcity increases value. People who left will realize your attention is now a currency. They can no longer buy cheaply. Step 4. Practice noble silence. When they show up asking for help, you may grant it, but on your terms. Or you may smile and walk away. The power of refusal is underrated. Refusing the wrong hands multiplies your worth. Step 5. Live a life that causes quiet regret. Not shouting, "I told you so," but living a life that rearranges their assumptions. Your public wins plus private peace equal the most devastating comeback. They discover they were the ones who missed out. Final posture. Cultivate gratitude for the wound. It taught you who to be. Wear your success like armor, not to punish, but to protect. Let the people you outgrew see you thriving. Their regret is the echo of your strategy. Make them cry, not because you broke them back, but because your life became what they refused to imagine. Watch their silence become your soundtrack. Build so high they have to look up. They left you with nothing. Good. Now learn to charge for everything they stole. Core idea? The purest revenge is not noise. It's value that converts into income, influence, and options. When you transform your wound into a marketable skill, you make independence inevitable. People who abandoned you will not beg. They will watch the market reward what they discarded. Step 1. Find the marketplace that pays for outcomes. Map 3 markets where results are rewarded fast. Digital content, freelance services, micro consulting. Choose the one you can reach this quarter. Narrowing to a market that pays for measurable change is ruthless efficiency. Step 2. Productize your skill wound. Turn your experience into a replicable deliverable, a 30-day program, a template, a consultation pack. The product should be simple, priced, and tested. People buy transformation they can track, sell the outcome, not the story. Step 3. Create an unfair offer. An unfair offer is one where the risk is on the buyer's side. Guarantee a measurable micro result, for example, 3x engagement in 30 days or your money back. When you overcommit in the right way, you force trust and results become your reputation currency. Step 4. Build a visible pipeline. Publish proof daily. One real client result per week becomes a library of evidence. Post screenshots, voice notes, and short case study clips. Visibility is compounding interest. The more proof, the more momentum. Step 5. Convert customers into ambassadors. Serve ruthlessly, over-deliver with exact, trackable impact. A paid customer who wins will shout for you. That amplification is the worst kind of regret for those who left, because they see your value turned into currency. The market doesn't care about apologies. It pays for results. Make them pay you for your comeback. Delivery note. Voice begins cold and factual. Rise to controlled fire when describing offers and results. Pause after pay for results. Noise gets attention. Silence builds myth. Learn when to vanish. Core idea. After you build value, your silence becomes a tool of escalation. The people who left will scramble to understand the absence. Strategic invisibility is not avoidance. It's a lever that increases your value and protects your focus. Step 1. Design your visibility rhythm. Decide a cadence. For every 2 weeks of high output, schedule a 3 to 5 day silence. During silence, do nothing public except small, curated proof drops. Silence creates curiosity. Curiosity forces people to check your work. Step 2. Use scarcity to increase desire. Limit access. Hold invite-only calls, limited cohort openings, one-to-one spots. Scarcity is a magnifier. Your attention becomes currency. People who left will realize they can't access what they once did. Step 3. Let absence prove your worth. When people ask, "Where are you?" let them discover your results, not your excuses. Publish outcomes at intervals that shock the market. Revenue reveals. Client transformations, unexpected collaborations. The reveal after silence creates narrative spikes and envy. Step 4. Protect focus like a vault. During silence, close your inboxes. Delegate low-value tasks. Focus on high-leverage creation. The fewer interruptions you accept, the stronger your output becomes. Productivity is the vengeance of the disciplined.